Hello everybody and welcome to another speed draw video. Today it's the extended version of my Octo and Beefy kissing picture. This is a really cute one that I really loved working on, and it was difficult at the same time. Profile views are not my forte, which is part of the reason I wanted to try and draw it, and also because it's a lot easier to draw that than like 3/4 view kissing, you know. Can kind of mess up the field of view where we're meant to be. Yeah, the two characters are my OCs. The one without a nose is called Octo. She is a demigod of the ocean, not Earth's ocean, my ocean on Fenrir, the world that I made up. And Beefy is actually a human from Earth who somehow got over here. There's not really a clear explanation she's come over in her life, but you know, storyline's gonna storyline as time goes on. And so that's kind of the big question in her life, but she's kinda also got the question of standing separate from Octo, as well as being with her and loving her, you know, not only relying on her for her safety, comfort, etc. So it's a fun dynamic to work with these two. Octo is quite patient about all the stuff just because she's a demigod. She's been around a really long time, and she comes from quite an open to talking about love and romance and etc. kind of family, you know. She's very willing to give Beefy the time that she needs. Also, you know, not pressure too much, because she already feels a little uncertain about being like a godlike creature, but because of agreements with other gods that Beefy has helped out massively, that kind of distance gets a little bit more close as she gets blessings of multiple gods, which might pretty much give her the ability to do things demigods can. And so it's kind of going to be an interesting journey to see the two of them go through this. Beefy going from being like a normal person to kind of a godlike entity, and Octo going from like one of the strongest people on the planet to still kind of that, but also having a bunch of people around her who are extremely powerful without having had to be born or created by gods beforehand. It's an interesting one. I did a sort of draft version and then did this colour version. The draft version was really messy, as you could see, but I really like this version, especially putting in like freckles and stuff. Octo kind of has them everywhere. They're kind of like dabbling on fish, the kind of vibe that she's got. They're lighter in some places than others, and like in this I've pretty much focused on usual freckle spots, but then obviously her hair has to have this kind of dappling look to it. It was quite interesting to try and work it out. I tried a bunch of different layer formats to see which did I like the look of most, and I think I ended up still just being at like normal by the end of it. You know, just it's hard to pick quite how you want something to look, and hard to see if an adjustment's better or worse. And I would ask more people, but I don't interact with enough people for people to have a want to answer me, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't have a lot of people who come and ask me these kind of things. I do have some though. You guys are great and I love yous. But you know, that kind of vibe. It's a little bit difficult being at this sort of smaller creator size and really struggling with networking because of disability, mentally and physically. But I'll get there eventually, and hopefully have someone to fly this by and go, hey, what do you think of this or this, who has a little more sort of interest in my stuff than some of the people who might just follow me for the very rare and few pieces of fan art I make. You know, it's its own thing. This ended up getting really thinky. In that meantime, in the speed drawing, added in the background of the ocean kind of vibes. I wanted to keep it simple because there was going to be overlays, and if I put in too much, you're just not going to see it. There's not really a point. So it was working on layer, and thinking this might give a little bit of a hint, but it doesn't really need to do much. I think that came out nice. But then I started shading. I did have a lot of trouble with this, but I kept using different blenders just to kind of make it look the way I wanted to. And I actually came out with like a lot of, if you just take the shading things themselves, like I like them a lot, like without outlines or anything else. And yeah, I think it's a really interesting way to play around with your own work, and that it's just a blend in different styles that you get available on this kind of apps. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here because my voice is failing me, still recovering from COVID. And I'll say thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.